Something profound has shifted within the heart and mind of your person. They have arrived at a place of absolute, unwavering clarity, and this clarity centers entirely on you. It is not a fleeting thought or a passing moment of nostalgia. Rather, it is a deep, soul-level recognition that has taken root in the very foundation of their being. They have made a firm and conscious decision that they want to experience a true and meaningful encounter with you, one that transcends the superficial layers of fleeting emotions or surface-level desires. What they seek now is authentic, raw, and real. Your presence has become a constant companion in their daily existence, lingering with them like a gentle shadow that follows wherever they go. In the stillness of morning, in the chaos of their afternoon routines, and in the unexpected quiet moments that catch them off guard, you are there. Your name surfaces in their thoughts without warning. Your memory appears in the smallest details of their day, as if the universe itself has conspired to keep you at the forefront of their consciousness. This persistence is no longer something they can easily dismiss or rationalize away. It has become too powerful, too insistent to ignore. In fact, attempting to suppress these feelings has become a source of genuine pain for them. Every time they try to push down the emotions that naturally rise to the surface, every time they attempt to convince themselves that they can move forward without you, they are met with an ache that reverberates through their entire being. They have tried resisting the magnetic pull that draws them toward you. They have tried to tell themselves that distance is easier, that separation is simpler, that moving on is the logical path. But the more they resist, the more forcefully these feelings come rushing back, like waves that refuse to be held at bay. Meanwhile, you may have consciously released and surrendered this connection in your own way. Perhaps you stepped back to protect your own heart, or perhaps you simply recognized that holding on too tightly was causing more harm than good. Whatever your reasons, this act of letting go has shifted something monumental within them. By creating space, by no longer chasing or forcing the connection, you have inadvertently shown them what truly matters. Your absence has spoken louder than 1,000 words ever could. In that space you created, they began to see with stunning clarity the depth of their emotions and the undeniable importance of the bond you once shared. The more you pulled away, the more acutely they felt the weight of what they stood to lose. Paradoxically, your distance has drawn them closer to the truth of their own heart. Now, quietly but deliberately, they are making moves toward you. These movements may not be obvious or dramatic at first. On the surface, life may appear to continue as it always has. But beneath that surface, something significant is happening. They are aligning their thoughts, their intentions, and their actions with the inner decision they have made. Life itself seems to be unfolding in a way that is naturally drawing them closer to you, almost as if invisible threads are pulling you both toward an inevitable reunion. Everything is falling into place exactly as it was always meant to be, guided by forces larger than either of you can fully comprehend. Their feelings for you have not merely resurfaced. They have intensified, grown more vivid and more powerful than they ever were before. Each memory they hold of you carries an electric charge. Every smile you shared, every moment of closeness, every tender exchange comes back to them now with an intensity that stirs their heart and heightens their emotions to an almost unbearable degree. When they reflect on the times you spent together, they experience both profound sweetness and a deep, aching longing. There is sweetness in remembering what was shared, the beauty of the connection you once had. And there is ache in realizing just how much they miss it, how much they took it for granted, how much they wish they could return to those moments with the wisdom they now possess. This emotional flood has left them utterly exhausted. They have been living a double life, split between two realities. In one reality, they wear a mask of being fine, of moving forward, of being unaffected by your absence. In another reality, the one that exists in the privacy of their own heart, they long for nothing but your presence. They ache for you in ways they cannot express to anyone else. This duality has become unbearable, this constant performance of pretending to be someone they are not. And now, they are yearning to break free from this pretense once and for all. They are no longer willing to hide behind masks or false fronts. The walls they built to protect themselves now feel like a prison. They want to step forward authentically, to move in your direction without hesitation or fear of vulnerability. Deep down, they feel an urgent, almost desperate need to talk to you, to speak openly and honestly in a private space where no one else can interfere or judge. They know this conversation is long overdue. They have rehearsed it in their mind countless times, imagining what they would say, how they would explain, how they would express the truth of what they feel. And now, they are gathering the courage to reach out. If there has been distance or silence between you, they are ready to bridge it. If there have been barriers of pride or hurt standing in the way, they are prepared to dismantle them. The walls they once built so carefully, stone by stone, are starting to crumble under the weight of their longing. Soon, you may find them unblocking you on social media, picking up the phone with trembling hands, or sending a carefully crafted message designed to reopen that channel of communication. They know that taking this first step requires courage, but the alternative, continuing to live in this state of separation, has become more terrifying than the risk of reaching out. Your reserved nature and quiet strength have had a more powerful effect on them than you may realize. The silence you maintained was not empty or cold. Instead, it became a mirror that reflected back to them the reality of the situation with unflinching honesty. It forced them to confront their own feelings, their own choices, their own responsibility for the distance between you. This silence has grown increasingly heavy for them, almost unbearable in its weight, and it has deepened their realization of how much they truly value you. Your self-control, your ability to remain still and composed rather than chase or force things, has only intensified their desire for you. To them, your restraint revealed your depth, your dignity, and the emotional security that you embody. They now understand that these are not signs of indifference, but rather marks of genuine strength. What they long for now is not a fleeting connection or a casual romance that burns bright and fades quickly. They want something secure, stable, and lasting. They have come to the profound realization that the kind of stability and grounded love they have been searching for cannot be found in anyone else but you. In a world full of options and possibilities, you stand out as the one who embodies the qualities of a true partner. You are someone who can offer both emotional security and the strength of real commitment. In their heart, they see you as the perfect person to build a future with, perhaps even the perfect partner for marriage. This is not a decision they have made lightly or impulsively. It represents a fundamental shift in how they view you and the connection you share. This realization has been a genuine turning point in their journey. They are beginning to accept and openly admit to themselves that they were unfair toward you in the past. Whether through emotional neglect, deliberate avoidance, or decisions that created unnecessary distance, they now recognize the significant role they played in the imbalance of your connection. That recognition weighs heavily on their conscience, and it is not a burden they take lightly. With this awareness comes a genuine, heartfelt desire to make things right. They are tired of numbing themselves to their true feelings. They are tired of pretending indifference when their heart screams otherwise. They are tired of the hollow emptiness that comes with being without you. The loneliness of feeling excluded from your life, of being on the outside looking in, has become too painful to continue enduring. Because of all this, they are ready to take meaningful, tangible action. They are no longer satisfied with vague intentions that live only in their mind, or with unspoken feelings that never see the light of day. They want to make your relationship official and undeniably real. They imagine not only reconciling with you but also committing to you in a way that removes all doubt and uncertainty from the equation. To them, this means moving beyond hesitation and half measures, fully embracing a future where the bond between you is solidified, made concrete, perhaps even legalized in some way, without unnecessary delays or excuses. They do not want to waste any more precious time. Every step they are preparing to take is guided by one fundamental truth: you are the one they want fully, completely, and without reservation. They know now, with absolute certainty, that running from this connection only leads them in a circle back to you. Resisting their feelings only makes those feelings grow stronger and more insistent. Their heart is set with determination. Their decision is clear and unwavering. And now, their actions are beginning to align with that clarity. In their mind and in their vision of the future, you are not just a fleeting love or a temporary desire that will fade with time. You are the partner they envision sharing their entire life with. They are ready to close the gap that has grown between you, to reach out across the distance, and to step courageously into a future where the connection between you is secure, lasting, and deeply fulfilling for both of you. ## breaking free from the chaos. They find themselves speaking these words, whether silently to themselves or in imagined conversations with you. I am finding my way out of this chaos because this life I have been living is not what I want anymore. I am tired of pretending, tired of living a lie, and tired of convincing myself that playing games with love is somehow fun or worthwhile. It is not fun anymore. If I am being completely honest, it never really was. What I want deep down in my heart, in the most authentic part of myself, is something real and genuine. I want true love, real intimacy, deep connection, and everything that naturally comes with it. I want the kind of love that is not afraid to be vulnerable, that does not hide behind walls or defenses. I want the kind of closeness that feels safe and comforting and honest, where two people can be themselves without fear of judgment or rejection. They acknowledge their past limitations with painful honesty. I know that in the past, I held myself back from you. I admit freely now that I was afraid to go deep, to truly let you in. Love has always been a frightening thing for me to embrace fully. It exposes parts of me that I have been taught by life to keep hidden. It makes me feel fragile and exposed in ways that terrify me. It forces me to confront fears and insecurities I did not want to face. But as scary as love may be, the thought of living without it, the thought of living the rest of my life without you, is far more terrifying than any vulnerability love might require of me. Their desire for reconciliation burns with increasing intensity. More than anything right now, more than any achievement or accomplishment, I want back what I lost. I want you back in my life. I want to experience love all over again, but this time with the hard-won wisdom of knowing how precious and rare it truly is. This time, I want to give more than I ever gave before. I want to return the love I once withheld, not just equally or in the same measure, but tenfold, with interest, with everything I have to offer. The truth of their suffering becomes undeniable. Running away has not brought me the peace I was seeking. Pretending to be okay has been absolutely exhausting. I am not okay, and I will not lie to myself about it any longer. I am not happy. I am lonely in ways that cut deep. I am miserable, and I feel the crushing weight of having no one truly by my side. Nights feel longer and more oppressive. Silence feels heavier, more suffocating. Even the things that once brought me joy and distraction do not seem to matter anymore. Without you, life feels like an empty performance, like I am simply going through motions without any real meaning or purpose behind them. Regret washes over them in powerful waves. If I could go back in time, I would do everything differently. I would take back every sharp word, every mean and thoughtless thing I said to you when I was acting out of anger or fear or wounded pride. I would undo every moment where I chose my ego over love, where I chose being right over being kind, where I chose distance over intimacy. I would have picked up the phone instead of letting it ring and ring. I would have answered your texts with care and attention instead of pretending they did not matter to me. The weight of their mistakes sits heavily on their shoulders. I cannot tell you how much I regret not treating you better, not giving you the love and care and attention you so richly deserved. I regret failing to love you with reciprocity, with balance, with the fullness you needed. Because now I know, now I understand deeply, how rare and valuable that kind of mutual love truly is. This separation has been a brutal teacher, showing me just how much I lost when I lost you. They describe the void your absence has created. Life is not the same anymore. There is a hole where you used to be, and nothing I try can fill it. My days feel incomplete, lacking something essential. My nights feel unbearable, stretching endlessly before me. My life is missing something vital, something irreplaceable, something I cannot name or find anywhere else. It has taken losing you for me to see this clearly. But as painful as this realization has been, it has taught me lessons I could not have learned any other way. It has shown me what true love really means, what it requires of us, and how fragile and precious it can be when it is taken for granted. Through the pain has come profound self-discovery. At the same time, this distance has forced me to confront myself in ways I have avoided my entire life. It has made me look in the mirror and truly face the parts of myself I have spent years running from. I have come face to face with my shadow side, with my deepest fears, my hidden insecurities, my inner demons that whisper lies about my worthiness. I have seen clearly how I pushed love away because I was terrified of it. I have seen how I sabotaged my own happiness because deep down, in a place I rarely acknowledged, I felt undeserving of it. I realize now that I ran from the very thing I needed most, from the very person who could have helped me heal. But this awareness brings hope, but I am done running now. I am finished with that chapter of my life. I am ready to fight for love, not against it. I am ready to face those demons head-on and dismantle the walls I built so carefully around my heart. I know now that the reason I struggled to love you fully was not because of anything you did wrong. It was because I felt unloved and worthless within myself. I had been conditioned by past pain and disappointment to shut down when it came to matters of the heart. I had been taught not to trust anyone but myself, to believe that letting someone in would inevitably lead to pain and betrayal. But shutting you out did not protect me as I thought it would. It destroyed me from the inside. Understanding has finally broken through. Now I understand that love is not something to fear or avoid. It is not weakness or vulnerability in a negative sense. It is strength, real strength. Love is the very thing that heals our deepest wounds, that restores what has been broken, that brings light into even the darkest places of our soul. And I see now, with crystal clarity, that I had that kind of love with you. I had something beautiful and rare, and I let it slip through my fingers like water. If I could turn back time, I would hold on to it with everything I have, with both hands, with my whole heart. Their intention could not be clearer. Since I cannot turn back time, the only thing I can do now is be completely honest about what I want moving forward. What I want is you. I want the chance to love you openly, without hesitation, without the fear that held me back before. I want to show you a version of myself that is no longer hiding, no longer afraid, no longer running from intimacy. I want to prove through my actions, not just through my words, that I am capable of loving you in the way you always deserve to be loved. They envision a new beginning. I want us to build something new together, something stronger and more resilient, something more beautiful than what we had before. Because the truth is, my life without you feels fundamentally incomplete. And while I cannot erase the past or undo the hurt I caused, I can learn from it, grow from it, and become the person who can stand beside you without wavering, without doubt, without holding back. That is all I want now. To love you fully and completely, to cherish you deeply, and to never again take you for granted. Their longing pours forth, my love, I miss you more than words can ever fully capture or express. Every single day without you feels like something essential and irreplaceable is missing from my life. On the surface, to the outside world, it may look like I am managing just fine on my own. I smile when social situations demand it. I carry on with my work and responsibilities. I keep myself busy with various activities and distractions. But deep inside, hidden from everyone else's view, the reality is very different and far more painful. They confess their inner struggle. The truth is, I feel utterly down without you. My heart aches for your presence with a physical intensity one did not know was possible. I long for the comfort of your voice, for the warmth of your laughter, for the feeling of safety and belonging I once found in your arms. I have been in a constant, exhausting battle with myself. Negative self-talk creeps into my mind almost daily, sometimes hourly. Though I try to push it away, to silence those cruel voices, it is like a relentless shadow that refuses to leave. I find myself questioning my worth, replaying mistakes I have made, and endlessly overthinking the things I should have done differently. The weight of suppressed emotion becomes unbearable. For a long time, I tried desperately to hide all of this, burying my emotions deep down inside, hoping that if I ignored them long enough they would simply disappear on their own. But lately, it feels like everything I have suppressed for months, maybe even for years, is rising inexorably to the surface, demanding to be acknowledged and felt. The weight of these feelings leaves me overwhelmed, and at times I feel completely out of control, like I am drowning in emotions I no longer have the strength to contain.